What's up, gang? What's going on? Trey Gang back with exclusive tea. I'ma need everybody to like, share, subscribe. Now, Jack. We got all the proof that we need about who really works at that hotel and who's all involved. Yeah, I want everybody to get everybody in here, cause you know what I'm talking about. I'm well convinced that the family know who works at that hotel. Did some little research, and I know Miss Teresa is not fucking with them kids no more. I tried to search, see if they were friends on social media. Nothing. I couldn't dig up nothing. So that means Miss Teresa and Leonora now must have cut them short. Now, I was looking on all the ops page. Alright, all the ops page. And I kind of understand what's going on. I don't think everybody got something to do with it at the room, but only Irene, Monifa, Little Meat, Bree, and those gang dudes. Really, majority everybody at the party knew, but not all. So the only way I can narrate that down if I go look on their page. If I see some of the family members, I know they ain't got nothing to do with it. But if I go on their page and I don't see no family members, I know they got a whole lot to do with it. So it was kind of strange to me in the beginning because I'm like, why these people was at the party screaming J for K and they know what happened to their girl and they ain't saying nothing. All right. I want to show y'all that Irene worked there. We got proof that this bitch security. We got proof that it's security. And goddamn it, that's why Killer said them two creepy security dudes. They know Irene. It made sense that security would be coming up there to the room, chilling with their co-workers and trying to get in where they fit in. Like what Zach TV said, it was a sexual assault gone wrong. All right. I kind of feel Zach what he's saying. I believe it's a sexual assault gone wrong, and I don't think it's organs harvesting. Right? So y'all know I can't make my mind up if it's organ harvesting or it ain't. But I know it's a setup and I know it's a sexual assault gone wrong. So I started thinking. I said, well, if it was a sexual assault gone wrong, that means when they drugged her up and the security want a piece of Kenneka and possibly played somebody or Irene in the room. And they lower her to security. And next thing you know, Macho, whoever the security guard was, panicked and took Kenneka out. All right. Okay. This Irene, security. And keep this in mind, Irene is a little smarter than what I thought she was, right? Irene is a little smarter than I thought she would. Cause she working for security, right? She gonna have to have some kind of security and law enforcement training. Meaning that she will have to think like a police. That's why in Zach TV interview, she was only talked about one particular timeline, and that's Tucson. How smart she was, guess what she did, right? She knew to start from two to eliminate what happened and what was going on at 12 through 1 o'clock. I'm quite sure that I'm quite sure when she was texting the family and trying to warn them about Kenneka, I believe that's when the plan went south. Cause I honestly believe when certain people found out what was going on, watch this. When certain people found out what was going on, they went to who? Monifa and say, look, I got you $200 if you let me get her too, right? So Monifa had to screw the plan up, and the boys, you know what I'm talking about, end up getting involved. Cause look, watch this game. Cause look, this what I'm finna prove to y'all. I want y'all to read this with me. All right, at 2:30, Capitol Security, who had actual knowledge of danger, imprisonment, conduct of an individual that's in the room. What only security guard would know that Kenneka was in danger in the room, right? Now, they said a security guard had to be in the room and knew she was in danger. We got one security guard on the screen, right? Watch this. At 2:30, Teresa Martin was assured by Crown Plaza Hotel employee. Watch this. That just exposed everything. Cause look, this wasn't at 2:30. This was at 1:30 when Irene was sending the text to who? The family member. To the family members. So it's no doubt who they talking about. Irene, the security guard. There y'all go. Right? So check this out. This what else I want to show y'all. Right? Y'all remember at one something the detective tried to throw it off and said, uh uh, Irene, did the nigga contact you? And this on the reports. They said Irene said yeah. Right? But on the news, Irene said no. So Now you got to look at Rosemont Police Department and their corruption. So check this out. To even to nail it in the coffin, right? And I want y'all to thumb me up. I want y'all to listen to Risco, what Risco about.
My name is Rashko. I'm calling from the Crown Plaza, Chicago. And I have three ladies in the lobby who claimed that their sister apparently was here, but didn't show up, didn't get home. and it, I'm not getting really any much information. She was not registered guest. They say that she was with a friends, and now she didn't show up. I don't know if maybe somebody got stopped by.
Wait, so all right, so what's exactly going on? You said these three women showed up and they're looking for someone that isn't there?
Yeah, three young ladies. They said that they're looking for her sister, and they claim that their sister stayed with somebody or was here.
Did y'all just hear that? Boy, ain't this criminating. Boy, ain't this criminating. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Yeah, three young ladies. They said that they're looking for her sister, and they claim that their sister stayed with somebody or was here last night, but apparently she didn't show up home yet, and they think that.
So Risco basically told the police what Leonora told him. Hey, my sister stayed at your hotel last night with one of your employees, and she ain't even come home. See that? 1:30. 1:30, Miss Teresa get a call from a staff member. A motherfucking staff member. And advise they will check cameras. So watch this. If I just found this out, I'm just quite sure Miss Teresa and them been new. And Irene played it left field. It's like Irene put everything off on Monifa. Monifa the one had a last. Monifa had one last. Miss Teresa, I never left out the room. You ain't gonna see me on the footage. Y'all see that? Y'all get those lights up right now and share this live. So look.
She got lost or something. I don't know. But I think that
Three women showed up and they're looking for someone that isn't there?
yeah, three young ladies. They said that they're looking for her sister, and they claim that their sister stayed with somebody or was here last night, but apparently she didn't show up home yet, and they think that she got lost or something. I don't know what their reasons are.
Well, I mean, are they causing you any sort of disturbance? Are they fighting with you? Are they?
No, they're not fine. That they seem to be concerned, and then I would like to help them, but they really don't. At this point, I don't know how I can help them.
Well, in that instance, sir, if you want, sir, you can give them our address, and they can come into the station. They can speak with an officer.
Okay, and then your address is down on the TUI?
No, Devon Avenue, 9501 West Devon Avenue.
90.
The whole trick is everybody act like they don't know each other. Irene act like she don't know the staff member. Irene act like she not worked there. Irene had to come back up there with the family. That was a dead giveaway right there. Cause she only came back up with her cousin and her sister. And keep this in mind, her cousin and her sister had baby daddies there in their room that night. They participated in the actions. Right? But look, let me show y'all this. Right? Let me show y'all this.
Karen and Ravi, right now police are calling it a death investigation. The family says police told them that the 19-year-old was intoxicated and walked into a freezer. They believe there's more to the story than that. Just after midnight, the body of 19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins was found in a freezer at the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel and Conference Center.
Horrified. It's something that no one could ever imagine.
And watch how I'm finna bust butt pack ass up. Y'all remember everything I said about butt pack. Remember what River TV said about butt pack. Remember, y'all, that he tried to say he was in Florida. Well, Florida was up on a goddamn emergency and evacuate. You see what I'm saying? On live news, now look, you can pause, you can tamper with the time on footage, but you can't tamper in real life. So look, that's why everybody was on butt pack video was like, damn, how you in Florida, nigga? You don't know about the hurricane. Well, when you going live, nigga, you got sunny days, and you know what I'm talking about? He wasn't even thinking about the goddamn hurricane. All right, this the next day. Cause check this out. He was in Chicago. Cause in his live video, the sun was out shining, and the weather was great. So that plan backfired. Okay. Now keep this in mind, this the next day.
It's unbelievable.
Jenkins came to the hotel Friday night with friends to attend a party. She was last seen early Saturday morning on the 9th floor. When her family members found out she was missing, they rushed to the hotel hoping to find her. They demanded to see surveillance video.
Well, that's all I ask God, to let me back her alive.
And that's why Miss Teresa and them was so hard on the surveillance camera footage. But think about this. What if Irene actually said this in a text message? Said they were sure to go check the camera. So we don't know how Irene played Miss Teresa. We don't know she would just say Miss Teresa knows she worked there. Next time you know, right? And she like, look, we gonna check the camera, Miss Teresa. You know what I'm saying? I just done lost my job. But keep this in mind, Irene got fired. She got fired, so she no longer worked. And keep in mind, all the employee had to sign confidentials, right? Agreements. Now I'm totally 100% understand why they had to get the employees to sign it. They don't want that breaking news to leak out in the public that Irene worked as security, came up there on her off day pulling leaks.
My babies don't even know.
just destroyed the
Hours
whole
after they
family.
reported her missing to Rosemont police, Jenkins was found dead inside a freezer. The family wants to know how she got in there.
My sister didn't do that. Somebody that was trying to pretend like they was gonna help her and lead her there, and she was in a double freezer.
That's why what Leonora just said, somebody was pretending to help my sister. So now you got to go, who feeding the family these information? Got to be Irene. Cause look at the behavior. Monifa said she went and talked Miss Teresa and told her the truth. Irene never disclosed that she talked to Miss Teresa mama or not. But I'm quite sure they had some words. I'm quite sure Miss Teresa done called that girl and talked to her. They even came back at the hotel together. And guess what? Nobody from the staff member talked it to her. So watch this.
And I'm like, them girls was there. That's bull.
Did they?
Now look, y'all listen closely to what she about to say, right? But all this everything been exposed. Everything been exposed. Check this out. She plays Zach. She plays Zach the whole time. She used that Monique and them age since they underage and shit was at the party. She used that advantage and made them look like they was irresponsible. Right? What you say? Spill that tea, Trey Gang. I'm spilling it, yeah. Oh, I'm telling it all. I ain't even go to sleep last night. I just been up drinking Starbucks. My eyes look like I done hit crack rock. Oh man, I'm talking about I ain't even sleep. I'm full of energy right now. Cause this got to be heard for the world to hear. Check this out.
To you, did they take the initiative to go after Kenneka?
No, they didn't. Because they came to me off something. I seen you before. Ain't you get in trouble before? I never been a Rosemont in my life. Never been to jail in my life. How you gonna just tell me?
They're stereotyping.
Yeah, like how you gonna tell me I've been in trouble?
Forget.
Since her by throwing that in there, she trying to eliminate herself like she not an employee. Like she not a security guard. Y'all peep game. Y'all peep the game, right? So look, it could have been Irene's fault putting Kenneka in a situation with security. I ain't gonna say if. Irene put Kenneka in a situation that went left with her co-workers, the security. So check this out, right? She basically just snitched on herself. She said, why didn't you tell us that she was in the freezer while we was up here? And we already know that Irene put her in the freezer. Her and the rest of the motherfuckers that had something to do with it. You see what I'm saying? All because of Irene brought Kenneka to that fucked up ass backdoor party. And the staff didn't know that it was like a backdoor or anything. They probably didn't know nothing about the drug and party. They probably, you know what I'm saying? And check this out.
Is it more?
All right, gang. Now check this out.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild teeth and gums and stop tooth decay in its tracks.
911, where's the address?
Now I want y'all to listen very close. We heard this 1,000 million times, but check this out. Watch how this finna make sense now. Watch how this finna make sense now. If Irene worked with security, I'm finna put this in the bug in y'all ear. Irene works at the hotel and she works security. That means she works security with off-duty police officers. So that means she familiar down there with the whole Rosemont security police that work for Crown Plaza in special events. And watch how this finna go.
What's your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they said that they left on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old.
And you said that and you said the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport?
Yes, and they said that when her friends was asking earlier today, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no cameras. But now I came, and it was a lady, she said that she heard music, and she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, and she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a couple of guys.
That just confirmed what Franz K said. He seen Kenneka with a group of guys and her friends on the 11th floor where the translator would be at, on the 11th floor. Right? So that means they took her up there to the translator room, right? That's why the translator was at the front desk. See what I'm talking about? So look, check this out.
But that's all she just saw because she was busy trying to get reception on her phone.
All right, well then, you know what? Are you sure you don't mean the Crown Plaza in Rosemont?
Yes, the Crown. Yes, it is.
That's how he knew to say, damn, you don't mean the Crown Plaza in Rosemont. It would make sense. Well, how would he know in Rosemont? It would make sense with what happened that night. But he had all those polices was on the scene. That's why Irene said Rosemont police came up there and told us not to say shit. I see why the staff pays so much money so none of this information won't get out. Not only that the news would be breaking news. We found suspects. Suspect is Irene, Macho, Risco, Sergeant Rose, the gang members. You see what I'm talking about? And then they gonna break that shit down like boom. That's why they chose the hotel. Cause shit, you got security. You is the security. You see what you is the security. And I'm quite sure they like you, ready to fuck you and everything. Ain't no telling how many niggas she done fucked on the clock. You see what I'm talking about? Watch this shit.
Yes, I'm sorry. The Crown Plaza in Rosemont. That's exactly where it's at. I'm
Okay,
so sorry.
No, it's okay. And have you and you said you spoke with the
front desk? I'm sitting outside right in front of the hotel in their parking lot right now.
And they were saying that they haven't seen your daughter since she left, or?
No, this is a different set. This is a different it's a new shift, and they said that they haven't seen her. Well, of course they wouldn't have seen her because this is like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I just seen that she was here because I just found the ticket where they entered this hotel. It was at 1:36 p.m. So hold on, this is not her 6th because this is on the 6th. My daughter.
So keep this in mind. Now I understand why people kept saying, yeah, this is reenactment cause a pocket ticket on the 6th. It wasn't no reenactment, and she did not die on the 6th. The reason why Miss Teresa found that pocket ticket because either Monifa, Shamaya, or Bree left it in the car, or somebody else was in the car while Kenneka was in the room and they left tickets. Check this out. To solve that ticket theory shit, guess who went down to the front desk and grabbed tickets, parking tickets from the front desk? It ain't no telling what time and date stamps them was. Them could be old parking tickets. You see what I'm saying? So somebody was in the YouTube streets be like, we got to throw everybody out about their parking ticket. So who would be nervous the most? Irene. If she been discovered she worked there and she's security, she got access to parking, hotels, and everything. She got more access than the average employee in there.
Wasn't here on the 6th.
Okay, and you know, real quick, I'm just going to see if maybe I'm going to see if maybe she was here at all. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Kenneka Jenkins.
All right, and could you spell her?
The room wasn't registering her name. She came with some friends here.
No, yeah, I just want to verify. I'm about to say I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But it doesn't look like we had any run-ins with her last night at all. Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or, you know, she's probably...
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for no one besides her. And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here they called me like about 3-something in the morning.
I'm glad that you said that. And how that keep calling the same dispatcher? Watch this. The dispatcher already know what happened to Kenneka because the police worked at Crown Plaza that night. So they gonna call they police buddies to inform them it's finna be a missing person report finna hit on the name of Kenneka Jenkins. You gonna have to be prepared for when the family call so you can stall. You see what I'm saying? And then you gonna have that same dispatcher that's on the case. Cause keep this in mind. You gonna have to have that same. You don't want the good cops intervene what the bad cops is doing. You see what I'm saying? If I worked on the police, and I'm finna commit a crime, and I know my whole police team crooked. You damn right I'm finna make some call, bro, man. I got some shit going on. Look, somebody finna fill out a misreport about Kenneka Jenkins. Alright, look, I just need you to stall on them because I'm at the hotel right now fucking with the cameras. I'm gonna explain all the details later. I need you to get Sergeant Ross on the phone right now and see can you contact him and tell him to call me back ASAP. Risco, you need to jump on the phone with Irene and keep her informed and let us know what's the relations with Irene. I mean, with the mom and them. Irene, like, look, we on our way up there. You see what I'm talking about?
I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought breast cancer. So I'm, sedated off medication early. And they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenate it, the strength enough, myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for her. Once they brought me my car, I right out here. And I came to the hotel, and I showed them a picture of her, and I asked them if they see it. And it was a lady in the lobby, and she heard me asking at the front desk, and she said it was music. She did hear music. She called the one downstairs to report the room, and come to find out it was the people next door. And when we knocked on the door, that person said that she did see my daughter downstairs with, it was like 4 of them, and it was 4 of them. And she said my daughter, she was with 3 of her friends, but her 3 friends.
Now check this out, what I just caught on. In the beginning of this phone call, Miss Teresa said she bumped into a witness. The witness took her to the 11th floor, right? The witness took her to the 11th floor and the room next door to the witness. Answered the door and said, boom, that would be the translator, right? So Miss Teresa talking to the translator. So the translator said, yeah, I seen Kenneka downstairs with a group of guys and the girls. Don't that make sense now? Look. Because if you watch the footage, we know who the lady, when Miss Teresa talked to the lady. Because keep this in mind, this is a 911 call. Miss Teresa, look, Miss Teresa talked to that translator when she went upstairs with the witness. Boom. When Miss Teresa came back to the hotel, guess who was waiting on it? Trans again. You see what I'm saying? So the witness told them about the 11th floor, and the witness told about the 11th floor to Miss Teresa to the 11th floor, and the translator says they seen Kenneka downstairs. So when the translator said that, that's why Monique and them said they left her at the desk. Because a witness, look, because a witness told them they seen them down at the front desk. So they had to go along with the story, say, yeah, bam, we left it at the front desk. Until the police like, wait a minute, we is not finna show that footage of her in no lobby at no fucking 320. Y'all better say y'all left her ass in that fucking hallway and we just gonna take the camera. Common sense. Common sense. I ain't got to think too hard about this shit, right? So look.
Friend said, which then, these kids won't tell the truth. They said that they went upstairs to get her cell phone. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore.
No, I completely understand.
East of Carver Entryway,
the one issue we have, and it's not necessarily that it's an issue, but she is an adult. She is 19 years old, and I mean, as of right now,
she's 19 years old. That's my daughter. She's 19. Her name Kenneka Jenkins, Kenneka.
No, yes. No, I remember that. You told me that she was 19. But what I'm saying is that.
And another thing that's wrong with this call, he supposed to automatic send a squad car to go talk to Miss Teresa, but he kept her on the phone stalling. See what I'm talking about? Look.
Is that she's only been gone for a couple hours. She's, I don't know, maybe she's, she could be somewhere with one of her friends or something, because, I mean, it is only a couple hours since you hadn't seen her, correct? Or since her friend supposedly hadn't seen her?
Correct. Let's say about 3 to 4 hours now, they said. They told me. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning when they called me.
Yeah.
We're a community of over 19,000 doctors.
Well, I guess the one. Are you looking to file a missing persons report then, or are you just? Or would you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, sir, but I just want to know: is it possible that maybe they can look at the cameras and see? It's because they send the police out here and ask them to look at the cameras and see if they've seen her on their cameras around that time.
I was about to say, even if I did send an officer, it would take a little bit in order for us to get the camera footage and for us to pass it on to the detectives division.
Okay. Okay. So what would you suggest?
Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe just give her a couple hours. She could have went somewhere with one of her other friends. I mean, and who knows what her friends are saying is true. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could tell, not to be saying, you could tell it don't sound right. I'm a parent. I've been young before, and it's not sounding right. It don't sound right. Period. That's why I came out here myself, because and then it sounded like they had been drinking. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I asked them, did she drink? And they said she had only 1 cup. But okay, my daughter ain't the type that normally, she can't even take liquor. Her liquor level is just like mine. We can't take liquor. We cannot take liquor. We take a sip of liquor, we drunk. Honestly.
No, I completely understand.
And I'm like, 1 cup is too much for her, And I like I asked them, and then they end up with her cell phone. I pay her cell phone bill every month to make sure my daughter has a phone. How did she love her phone? I don't understand why would she leave her cell phone with you all and just go disappear? And she know I just had surgery. She know my predicament.
No, yeah. Well then, so that in that case, what I would recommend, just go home, relax a little bit, give it some time. Of all we know, she very well could still be in the room. She could just be passed out. Again, you know how it is. You drink it the night before, you get, you know what I mean, whatever else have you. So just give it a couple hours. Maybe see if she'll get a hold of you again. I mean, does she know your number?
Yes, she know my number very well. She's very smart.
Okay, well then, like I said, just give her a couple hours. You know what I mean? Give her some time. Again, maybe she went to one of her other friends' places, or maybe she is still in the room. Just knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yes, I thank you. Okay, and so how long does it take for me to file a missing person report?
Well, you can file it at any time. It just like I said, just give it a little bit of time. If you hadn't heard from her by, I want to say about 10, 11 o'clock, then by all means, give us a call again. You can come to the station, and we can help you out from there.
Okay, I live in Chicago. Would it be better for me to come back to you all station, or should I go in Chicago and make out a missing report?
I think you can try to file it out in Chicago. They may tell you to come here since it happened in our town, but I do know that since she lives with obviously she lives with you in the city, I think this might actually fall on them. Or at least they'll be able to take the report, and then they'll get in contact with us, and we'll be able to help them out with the investigation from there.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter, whichever one. If I have to come back out here, I'll come back out here. But as long as if we be able to see, if I come, okay, I give it to tomorrow. It's 24 hours. After 24 hours, do you think they'll still be able to see the video camera of today, the surveillance camera for today?
Yes. We'd definitely be able to. We'd definitely be able to get the footage.
Okay, thank you. Well,
all right.
I'll do that. Okay, thank you
so
much for
Now look, we just heard the call. Y'all see Risco in the lobby keeping the eye out on close things. He jumping on the walkie-talkie now because Miss Teresa just walked off with a witness and she taking him to the 11th floor. Right? So So Risco know who exactly she is if she calls down to the front desk, report the room on the 11th floor. Out loud music. So look, boom. So that's how Mr. Risa got all that information translated. See, cause they coming back down right now. Watch this. Watch this game. The truth do not need no help. So I'm assuming that she talked to the translator on the lady floor. She got information. So now Mr. Risa police call. And we know the maintenance man them had something to do with it, help put her in prison. They know they reason. So watch this. So look, the lady started crying. So when the lady started crying, right? And she, you know what I'm talking about? See, keep this in mind. Risco was just on the walkie talkie, so he gonna need to talk to this lady ASAP. And guess what happened? They told her to go back there in that little room. So watch this. The time starts skipping. Now, if y'all look at the bottom of the screen right here. It's lights on. Y'all see that? It's activity down here. Boom. Now Risco look. So they left the lady in the office. Now Risco, guess what Risco finna go? Dead giveaway. Straight to where she went. Straight to where she is. Now look how everybody on the move. Now all these people that I'm showing y'all on the foot, look, they know. They know. So if you watch the footage like I have, you would totally understand everything what I'm telling y'all. Now look how everything getting frustrated now. You see what I'm talking about? Now check this out, gang. Now look, check this out. Okay, since we got Miss Teresa up there getting information about the 11th floor, right? Because I got information about the 11th floor and K11. Now Kenneka went to the 6th floor. Remember what P said? They was in room 609 and they had a party in room 602, but they were all the males were. So, okay, boom. So if you really watch the whole surveillance footage, if you would have watched the whole surveillance footage from the hours 7 all the way up to 1 o'clock, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna give you a brief. All day long, I see Risco big drop, meeting up with the sheriff, meeting up with a cleaning lady. All right. He kept French K and look, French K got out of there. around about 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Soon Miss Teresa left, Friends K left. So boom, we had the maintenance man. They was all running the area where the legal. No doubt about this. So this whole time, to be honest with y'all, when Miss Teresa said that y'all my daughter didn't die the way y'all think she did. Now look, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Notice Risco didn't want to talk to the mama, but he'll talk to Irene. He feel like we feel like by him talking to Irene, they gotta be young and dumb. They don't want to talk to nobody grown. It's like they didn't even want Miss Teresa boyfriend, right? They ain't want to talk to him. They ain't even want to talk to the mama. They just want to talk to the daughter. Cause guess what? I see why. Cause they just thinking about their friend. They ain't thinking about nothing else. They just thinking about getting Kenneka, finding Kenneka. Thinking about Risco running game on them. You gotta get out of her and go get your missed report. So come back with your missed report. You can watch some of the footage. And look where he take them to. Now look, when they leave, right? All you got to do when the Risco finna go make the call. This when they Irene them, Leonardo them must have told them about Irene worked there. Look, she was in your hotel establishment, right? Hold on, guys. So when they were telling Risco about Irene worked there and she was last seen with their employee, Risco panicked and got nervous. And since he knew that, watch how he finna really be running all through there. Hi y'all. Come on, gang. Let's get those likes up, gang. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of people in here. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody ain't, you know what I'm talking about? Hold on, y'all. Should I pause this bitch? Shit. You know what I'm talking about? Should I pause this shit? Now look, that's what Leonora and them gonna be at right there, and all the other police officers. But look, all they did was walk around the building. You see where they was at? That's all they did, walked around the building. You don't even see the squad car. That's what I'm telling y'all. Look, check this out. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Police was already up there. If you look at the time, right? If you know the time, it's 2 o'clock, right? What time you just seen them leave to go get the missing person? They came back around about 1:30, right? Now they got the missing. That's why when I just showed y'all this, that's how Irene, that's how Leonora was bumping into the police so fast because they was already up there covering this shit up. You see what I'm talking about? They was already covering up. So when I show y'all where they get right here, man, them police was somewhere in their kid or they backed up and they walked around the building and caught them right here. All them just watch the footage. So now it's two something. So remember this. The chef just walked by. The chef just left. Round about 1:30 going on 2 o'clock while living over them is sitting over there in the corner. Right? Living over there, right there, they finna go sit in the corner. Bam. That's when the police finna come in there, stall some more. Bam. So now they finna go in the office and trying to say, yeah, we finna go look at the videotapes now. So look, boom, and look how quick they gonna come back out, right? And tell her, well, we ain't just really see that on the footage. Now check this out. This the most interesting part about it, cause if you had access to the other camera, what would these cameras would be showing at the same time? Can anybody tell me what other camera what would be showing at this time while the police talk to their lord? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on. Man, I think some people on here playing with me or something about this shit. Yeah, you know what? Mm-hmm. Know what I'm finna do. Man, look, from now on, when I'm finna start my goddamn presentation, and them lights don't be looking right, I'ma just start shutting this shit down. Cause goddamn it, I ain't finna be on this motherfucker and talking to a bunch of motherfuckers. Goddamn it, that ain't, you know what I'm saying, supporting the channel by thumbing the truth. I mean, the like button free as a motherfucker. I mean, you got a grudge against the thumbs up button? I never in my life seen no shit like that. Like they gonna fuck up your YouTube channel or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Everybody wants the interviews. The Wild Hunters, 10-5. Kenneka that was from the west side, south side, west side.
Hold on. Is this Sheeta? Hello?
Who?
Now look, this just shows you Zach know a whole lot of people. And he ain't got no enemy. Do y'all know who this girl is? Her name is Shanina Godfrey. Check this out. Gregory Godfrey is Rebel TV, the old one. Cause it's two Rebel TV. Don't get them confused. It's the old motherfucker. That's the one that he went live and tried to tell everybody about. He talked to Kenneka cousin. They was sitting in the car, right? He was like he was interviewing Kenneka cousin. This his relative, right? And she exposing the pool because she ain't like what he was talking about. You see what I'm talking about? So look, what I'm basically saying to Sheena, right? Her last name is Godfrey. That's the dude that River TV. He the old one. You know what I'm saying? He the old motherfucker. Say he interviewed her cousin. Miss Teresa got mad about that shit. It was like, y'all ain't interviewed my goddamn family with that old fake ass shit, but having everybody thinking this Kenneka cousin talking about it. Well, this his folks right here. And listen to what she's saying.
You seen her? You seen her?
She lives in Chicago, y'all. This is Sheena Godfrey.
I remember last time we talked, you was sick, so I didn't really see you like that.
Yeah, I was sick, and I just told them my hair all over my head because we partied last night. I was just telling them we turned up like, you know what I'm saying? Me and my family, we turned up like Kenneka them turned up, you know. Well, I don't pop pills or nothing like that, but that's my family do, you know. And that's why I was trying to explain them. That's a common thing. That's going live while you turning up, drinking, smoking, popping. It's a very common thing. It's not because you got a murder or nothing planned or a rape. That's what they do all day, every day, you know. And then Zach, I was just telling the girls, we was in another lab before this one. If Irene or Monique or somebody wanted, the guys in the party wanted to slip her something in their drink, in her drink, it would have been what they had on their hand. It would have been ecstasy, it would have been Molly, it would have been Zans, it would have been something like that. But they
Now we know they had all kind of drugs at that party, and they know for a fact Kenneka ain't finna touch no ecstasy pill. She ain't finna touch heroin. She ain't finna touch cocaine. She ain't finna touch no drugs. Period. If she didn't even touch the bud, you see what I'm saying? Didn't have no weed, no drugs in her system, but the drugs she had that night. And I show y'all what kind of drug would she have in her system. Some shit that come from some lean. Cause if you look at the cocktail, that shit had to been it was like some lean or something. I know she had a liquid cup, right? Just say she could have drunk the cup of alcohol, right? And they was like, well, shit, we gonna have to spike a Red Bull drink. If it's anything, they probably just spiked the Red Bull drink and not the alcohol. But keep this in mind, she only had one cup, and what if they ain't give it to her in that one cup? But keep this in mind, they never mentioned the red energy bull drink that she was drinking out of. You see what I'm saying? So check this out. I seen two people in the room with a red energy bull drink. Kenneka and Tanasia. And I ain't even see Tanasia come in with a red energy bull drink. Not even nothing even in her fucking hands. You see what I'm talking about?
prescription drugs, they got plenty of recreational drugs here.
And then look, think about it. I ain't just no Red Bull fan, but if you pour Red Bull, what's the color Red Bull? Ain't this kind of like brown like? Ain't Red Bull kind of like brown light? It could give you a color like a little licorice color, like a little Hennessy color, but a little lighter, right? So check this out.
So drug her, they would have gave her what they had. They know for a fact that's one of drugs, but you don't pop pills. So they noticed whoever gave her a prescription drug is somebody who didn't have access to recreational drugs. So it wasn't in that room. We know for a fact she walked out that room alive. She walked out that room alive. We know for a fact 2 employees last saw her after Monifa them left her.
Boom. Last 2 employees saw her at a time. Watch this. Guess what I'm finna say now. Cause look, we got to go back to this. Right? Hey, watch how this shit finna come all together. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate that, Felicia. Appreciate that, Felicia. All right. So look, you got employees right there when Kenneka came up missing. Even the lady from A Love and Hip Hop said the same thing, that Kenneka was encountered by employees. Even Zach said the video will show Kenneka, you know what I'm saying, was in. Watch this. If they released those 9th floor cameras, right? If they would have released those 9th floor cameras, I could honestly say this is what it's gonna show. Irene talking to the security and the manager. Cause look, when you peep game, y'all wanna know why the real reason TY set his phone down when the manager came into the room? Cause Irene got up and went to go talk to the manager. Bye y'all. Irene walked out their room to go talk to the manager. All you just got to do is go back to TY live video and see it for yourself. Watch this game. She was last seen by the elevators that was in proper use. That's the trick part about it. 94 camera. What that lady just said right here.
We know for a fact she walked out that room alive. She walked out that room alive. We know for a fact 2 employees last saw her after Monifa them left her.
True. She didn't tell me this. What did you think from the interview?
I remember we talked before you disclosed the interviews, Zach. I've been saying that all along. I never wavered from that. Like, they don't know nothing. Everybody wants the interviews. They want an interview from Irene. They want an interview from Monifa, Bree, Maya, Peas, Ty.
Now keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. We didn't have all the information in the beginning. Like Irene worked at the hotel. Irene was the reason and the responsible why Kenneka even showed up at the Crown Plaza anyway. Keep this in mind. Irene was the one blowing Kenneka's phone up to get her there. You see what I'm saying? So shit, y'all need to turn up on Irene and just instead of Moni for this and Moni for that. Man, Irene is the biggest one that got over on everybody. She even used it us to have her feeling sorry for the bitch. Now, man, you know, I had to leave Chicago. I got fired, man. I couldn't go nowhere because they were going to get me. People in my windows. All that old shit. You see what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna get nothing from them interviews besides what you already know, that they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what happened to her. You want the truth and you really want to know what happened to Kenneka, you're going to have to go sit on the couch with that security guard, Zach.
Oh, he got that coming. He has
That's
that coming.
when you're going to get to know what happened during Kenneka for real last moment. Right. Them 2 independent contractors that was in the kitchen, That's when you gonna find out what happened in Kenneka last moment. Because other than that, you could do an interview with Moni for everybody. They don't have nothing to tell you besides they didn't do nothing to her. That's all.
Now check this out. Keep the game. Irene had no choice but to rat out Monifa with the dry snitch. Girl, you was the last one with her. So look, they just made Monifa look like the biggest criminal in the world. It made her look like the mastermind and everything. So look, Irene set that shit up. Her, Mariah and them and old niggas at the gang and shit got her up there. And Monique and them was all involved. Her, Shemaya and them and Bree Bree, they was all involved. What was they part? I really don't know. I just know they was involved. Bree Bree had the keys and Irene had her phone. Okay. And Monique was out somewhere fucking with a nigga and Bree Bree leaving with niggas. But Shemaya stayed in the hotel. It ain't no possible who she could have been around with. Okay. Next thing you know, we got Little Meat that's up there. We just ain't go see him. Notice you ain't go see Little Meat or these folks on the camera. No other employee but everybody else at the party. Red flag right there. So boom. So let's look at it like this, y'all. Me and the Payard gang finna go break in the house. We break in the house. We steal everything out the house. So boom, somebody get caught with stolen property, right? And he go to jail. So that person gonna be like, well, where you get the stuff from? You know what I'm saying? And then when they come and interview me, you know what I'm saying? I'ma throw it all off on him. It was his idea. He the one told me everything with peaches and cream. You know what I'm talking about? He the one got caught with the stolen shit. I didn't. You know what I'm talking about? So he was the mastermind and all this, and I put the bigger charges on him for covering my motherfucking ass. That's how this shit work. That's why when they said they don't know nothing, that's what you supposed to do. If you get everybody in the interrogation, man, look, if you say you know anything, the questions, they finna hammer you with the question. So your best question be like, I don't know. If you don't know, they can't just really question you on any. If you don't know nothing, what else they can ask you? So Irene used it to her advantage when she was out on social media when everybody was like, girl, how'd she get out the room then? And you know what I'm saying? What happened out the room, bitch? It's your party. I don't know. That part then was on Monifa now. So she really gave me illusion. Monifa fucked up somewhere that caused the Kenneka her life. So now you got to put it on her because she was responsible for that time. What if she supposed to be around Kenneka while she supposed to be getting violent? She supposed to just keep an eye on her. But she leaving out the room with niggas and shit, didn't want to come back. Now she ain't even in the room no more. Now she done lost Kenneka, right? She go back to the Irene like, man, look, check this out. Cause keep this in mind, right? Why would they even have to go back and check with Irene anyway? You see what I'm talking about? Like Irene the boss or something. We know that's your party, you know what I'm talking about, and all this shit. And we already know you got access to pool. You cool with Little Me. How the fuck you gonna try to tell everybody about Mariah and Kenneka business and gonna talk about, yeah, Monifa, you stand with the ops and shit, whatever the loyalty must lie with the friend, but bitch, you still friends with her on Facebook. To me, y'all bitches still friends and shit. Bree Bree, Shemaya, all of them. They gonna leave that girl like that, deaf. That's fucked up to leave somebody like, check this out. Not only they violated her, then they put her in the freezer, and then they gonna turn around and tell everybody they don't even know what the fuck happened. That's the most low down ass shit a motherfucker do to anybody. And you got this girl picture floating around the fucking internet in the freezer, fucked up. And how you gonna have the audacity just to sit there on fucking live videos and you know what I'm saying? You left that girl, look how y'all left that girl image. You got the news calling her a drunk girl. You got the news calling her like she a fucking alcoholic. Look what kind of shit they done put on that girl name. Drunk girl, walking in the hallway, can't even control one cup of liquor. You know what I'm talking about? Man, that shit got me real mad, man. This shit got me so fat hot, man. Cause man, I'm talking about, man, look.
All they could say. So people like the interviews is whack. They don't say nothing that you're not gonna get something. You can't. What they say, you can't force blood out of a son. What they say, I forgot how the old saying goes.
You can't force blood out of a pad.
What you say? I couldn't hear you, Zach.
They say the saying is
what, I can hear you now. What you say?
The saying
right,
is
you can't force blood out of a turnip. Yeah, that's true. You can't. I can't give you something I don't have. You want me to give you answers to what happened to her. All I can tell you is that's what they're saying. I didn't do anything to her. I don't know what happened to her. You know what I mean? I don't know. I left her for a brief moment. Like, Zach, we from the same hood. If right now, if we go on Lafayette, you tell me like they finna turn up on Lafayette, they barbecuing, okay, I'll meet you over there, Zach, we kicking it. If you turn around for a sec, I see you walk off, I ain't worried thinking you ain't coming back. You understand what I'm saying? Even if they
that
say,
is true though.
Hey yo, we don't see Zach. Zach, he'll be back. He ain't going nowhere. That's gonna probably be my initial reaction.
Now I want y'all to just pay closely to what she's saying, cause everything out my whole investigation, right? I know I talk about the pool timestamps. The pool and timestamps and paperwork. That's all I'm concerned about. So everything about the paperwork and the pool, listen to her what she finna say.
Right. Now I feel everything you're saying. Everything you're saying, Sheena, is correct. You know,
Sophia said, so do you think it was the manager or security that gave her the pill? Sophia, you know what? I think it's very possible that whomever offered her that offered it to her and it offered her a cup of water to drink, acting like they was trying to help her intoxicated situation. That's what I believe. And they weren't in that room. Somebody in that room don't want to give her a prescription drug. They gonna give her a recreational drug.
Y'all just listen right fast. I'll answer y'all questions just a second.
You said Deidre said, so why Monifa didn't tell Teresa what she knows? Why her story keep changing? We don't know what Monifa told Teresa. I know this for a fact. Teresa ain't focusing on Monifa or Irene. And she ain't focusing on the hotel just for money because she gonna win a lawsuit guaranteed. So she ain't gotta never say another word out her mouth, but she gonna win the settlement. Period. She gonna win. Teresa saying that hotel knows. That hotel knows. Them cameras was removed. Somebody led her baby in there. Somebody locked her baby in there. Zach, and I was just explaining to them.
Listen right here, y'all.
All the females nowadays wear sew-ins. We wear sew-ins. Kenneka hair was wet. She had straight hair. Her hair was flat iron straight. You can flat iron this body wave hair straight. But once it get wet, that's exactly how it's going to look. Her eyelashes, the way they were when her eyes was closed, they were wet. And then I just recently started thinking the other day, the pool may have actually been the actual crime scene.
The pool, y'all.
No, the freezer's off.
Listen
Hold
to
up,
this.
Sheena, you said she probably died in a pool?
Listen to this, though, y'all. This is crazy.
I just started thinking about it the other day because you know how I am. When something gets into my head, I can't let it go. I got to figure out why. Why her hair was so wet. The rest of her body wasn't. You know, why was her hair and eyelashes so wet? You know, the security guard gave cleaning out the pool for feces as the reason why he didn't help her friends look for her. That he got an emergency call to clean the pool for feces.
Cleaning the pool
at
at
4 in the morning, Zach.
4 a.m.
Open at that time. So it wasn't an emergency. If that pool, if it had feces in it, it had feces in it before that pool closed that night before. So unless them feces was in there from the night before, or whose feces were they?
Why was he
I was
cleaning?
just about to say that. Whose feces was it? What kind of feces? Were they brown or were they green?
Well, I don't know if the color matter, but
no.
She's actually in her room. It's a mirror on her wall.
I learned this. If they come out green, it's from liquor. It's from alcohol. If it's brown, it's from chocolate, bread, or oats, or from oatmeal. So according to like, if she was drinking hard liquor, you could tell it's green. Like it's just a lot of like things you can tell.
Right, and so that's why it would have been important for that pool to be investigated and researched. You know what I'm saying? The pool, if you look at all the reports, that pool was shut down for 3 or 4 days for deep cleaning after this. I believe that's where all our evidence was. She was just placed in the freezer. She was placed in the freezer on purpose because this is a perfect place to place her because it's going to be a lack of evidence in here because the crime did actually happen in here.
Wow, that's deep.
So that explains why her hair is wet.
Hey, you got time to
that's why I want to know, do that pool got cameras or did those cameras stop conveniently working by the pool as well, just like the ones by the kitchen?
So that's what I wanted y'all to hear. Again, her name is Sheena Godfrey. I technically don't know who she is. That was submitted to me by one of my supporters, Tasha. She sent me that. It was like, hey, Meek, check this out. Tell us what you think. Watch this, blah, 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 blah. And I watched it only because, like I said, the interview is like an hour and some change. It's like really long. But she told me to go to the 110 mark, that's what I just did on this live or whatever. And they're talking about the pool. Could it possibly be the crime scene? Because for some reason, as you all know, when the two males were like, they couldn't find the security guard, he was gone. And then when everybody was seeming like they were about to leave the hotel, that's when the security guard came out magically. You know what I'm saying? They was like, where you been at? Like, we ain't been seeing you, whatever. And they were saying that at 4 a.m., the security guard got a call to get some feces out of the pool at 4 a.m. And that pool was closed down for 3 to 4 days. I'm sharing that with y'all because, could this have been a possible, you know what I'm saying? Did something take place by the pool, at the pool, in the pool? I know Kenneka's body wasn't all the way wet, but she could have been dried. You know what I'm saying? But, it is kind of crazy. I don't know. Why was the security guard nowhere to be found? Like they literally stated, the workers were nowhere to be found. And then I was beginning to think like, okay, room 926, also room 924, which was right beside them, that was an empty room, right? Nobody was in that room. Could have been one of those things where when Kenneka was left out in that hallway, was the security and whoever else sitting in that other room waiting for her, and the whole time like they done snatched her and was in there torturing her and whatever, who knows what, and like possibly everybody else was like looking for her or something. I don't know, y'all, but I think that, I don't know, that is a good question. Like, who cleans out a pool at 4 a.m. for some feces? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's crazy. And I wanted to share that with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know, because I have to get in here with Jimmy. Jimmy's in here cooking, y'all. Show y'all. But he in here cooking fish. I have to do my part and cook my, yes baby.
Are we eating the cornbread?
No, we're eating fish. But y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think, because I don't know, the pool could definitely be one of those things where maybe we should be asking, why was this pool closed for 3 to 4 days? Why was he cleaning feces out from the pool at 4 a.m. instead of monitoring, instead of monitoring the actual hotel or monitoring the people that he's supposed to be monitoring? I didn't know he was supposed to be. The security has now been a maid. He has now been the manager, and now he's the pool boy. Like, I don't get it. I don't know, y'all. But let me know. We'll talk later. Meet me in the comments, but I have to go cook, y'all. So I'll let y'all know. I just wanted to bring y'all that information. Shout out to Tasha. Be sure to thank Tasha for that.
It's quite nice.
Sent that text to Shamaya.
Now check this out, gang. They said the pool was closed down, right, for a couple of days. And what did Tay Zonde video said about the pool? Businessmen dubbed out kids in the pool. So now I'm convinced the pool was closed for a couple of days. Because even Miss Teresa said the pool was closed. No doubts about that the pool was closed. And she made a strong point, be like, yeah, that's what all the evidence would be in the pool area leading to the basement, right? And they got to transfer her to the upper kitchen because that's where it's going to show a lack of evidence, right? When I mean a lack of evidence, meaning that when we look at the photos of her in the freezer, we ain't gonna see the evidence that we need to see what we'll see in the pool area, well as the back dock and the basement area. And keep this in mind, it could be blood splatters on the wall, carpet, blood in the pool, feces, all of that. So you eliminate all that if you move the body. One thing I learned about a body, you could tell it have it's been moved. And I showed plenty proof that her body was moved because of the ligor mortis. Lividity mortis, right, was not present on her face and on her chest and on her front side of her body indicate that she was laying face down. That's where you see liver vortis. Liver vortis meaning that that's where you see all the blood clots, right? Just say like when you get a fat eye and your eye turn black, that's what that is. You know what I'm talking about? So think about that. Kenneka supposed to be, you know what I'm talking about, really like almost a color purple. You know what I'm saying? From her face, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But check this out. Now look, this would be at 158. Me too look like his dick little. So they show you they into some kind of sexual activity somewhere in the hotel. Then when you go back to the reports, that's why they said what they said. Around one something. So if they were having sex then, what was Kenneka doing when she was talking about his dick little? Right? So that's why they said, man, look, she came up missing. I ain't gonna say 2:30, I'm gonna say 1:30. Miss Teresa was sure about Crown Plaza, meaning Irene. They was gonna check the cameras, right? If they would have checked the cameras sooner, it would have prevent everything. So They basically let her die. You know what I'm talking about? Basically, they let the girl die because out of guilty, because they didn't want to be caught what they did. See what I'm talking about? So check this out. Once you think about it, right? Once you think about the feces, if feces was in the pool around, check this out, y'all. If feces was around in the pool around 3 o'clock, 3:30 or 4 o'clock, we just gonna go by what she said. At 4 o'clock, that's when they cleaning the feces at the pool at 4 o'clock. So that means Kenneka had to been dead for 2 hours. Meaning from 4 o'clock, she must had to die round about 2 something, shortly after when she left the room on the 9th floor at 1:30 something. Y'all see that? Because when I think about the pool, this one thing I know. This how you tell the time of the death. Because hour or two later, that's when your body is in full relax mode and you gonna defecate on yourself. See what I'm talking about? So they were basically telling me that soon when they took her out the room, she lost her life shortly. Like 15, 30 minutes later, she deceased. She deceased. And the reason, and look, since she deceased, guess what the coldest game the hotel came up with the camera? Show her walking at 3 something. Now you got everybody still thinking she alive at 3 something. Uh-oh. Now everybody thinks she alive in the hotel at 3 something. See what I'm saying? Man, this shit hurt my heart, Jack. I don't even, this shit really fucking with me. Cause that means soon when Kenneka got there, they snatched that girl from that lobby. Took her to their room, don't know what happened, but she ended up unconscious. But the next time we heard that girl, we know she was in distress. They told her what was going on and had to explain to her what was about to happen. She in there with her ops. We got Little Meek in there. Kenneka brother killed they family members. Kenneka brother killed Cashetic family members. So no wonder why they did her dirty the way they did her dirty. Because once you think about it, what a Little Meek said, yeah, drug her up and did do her like they did my auntie. Y'all see that shit? So when I read these reports, right? Cause look, then they skip. I'ma say this will be at 2:30. Look, cause they got Kenneka round, just say round 2 something. The girl died round, just say we gonna still say she alive round 2 something. Round 2:30. She lose her life round 2:30 cause they gonna give it 2 hours to 4 o'clock, right? By the feces in the pool. So that means when Kenneka came out that room, they went to the 11th floor, then to the 6th floor. All this had to take in a couple of minutes. So Friends K came up there to the 6th floor and spoiled it. So they like, we gotta get her out the room now. So now this look. So now this round about 2:00. So this light going on 2:30. Right? So if this going on round 2:30, right? So they were going on around about 2:30. So that means this would actually be the right time then at 2:30. Taking her to her death. That explained why when Friends K went up there, they gotta get her out the room if she missing that one something already. So boom. Now since she been spotted on the footage, cause they took the camera from the 9th floor, right? Now we got this camera. She's showing up at 2 something. Like in the beginning, they said she got her at 2 something. So boom. Now that's why they said she was lost down here for an hour. Because when she got off on the elevator, a fight broke out and they drug her to that pool, and that's where she was at the whole time before they got the friends. Boom! This means she had to get off on this elevator and heading towards the back dock to the pool. And this would be the perfect time because soon as she got in there, they probably had sex with her again and then threw her in the pool. Right? So boom, she had to lose her life round about 2 something, going on 3 if it's feces in the pool at 4:00. Payow, payow, Jack. So look, this would be at 2 something. That's why they going in that area. That's where they taking her to the pool. This would be at 2 something, gang. And watch this. You got Bree Bree coming back in, right? Now we got Sleazy Bands coming back in. Check this out. Look at the time. This would be at 2:32, and this would be at 2:41. In the same area, right? So look, boom, they come down and watch this at 2:50. That's when they all knew she was in the pool and she had to been deceased then. Or still shallow breathing. Cause check this out. Since we talking about 1:00, right? Now I got to do this. Since we talking about 1:00. Look, me too. I said his dick little. You know what I'm talking about. This 54 Keys video. Right? 120. I'm ready to go. Know what I'm saying? Hold on, gang. Well, y'all want some wrenches, goddammit? I'm finna give out some wrenches in a minute. I'm gonna give out some wrenches in a minute. I'm finna give out some of these wrenches in a minute. Right. So this will be going on closely to
Hey neighbor,
2
you switched to
o'clock.
T-Mobile home internet yet? Trim your hedge.
And I said it looked like his dick little.
So if this will be going on at 1 o'clock then, so that means so if we go by the timestamp that's in the red, this will be at 1:35. That would be at 1:30, right? That would be at 1:30. Cause check this out. Since we got French K right here, and since they want us to believe this at 2:33. Once you go to what they saying, that's at 2:30, Captain Security had struck knowledge and impaired individual that was in the room believed Kenneka was being and all this. And look, and they said the security called the mama. And then when you go to this shit, y'all see how they trying to make it look like, okay, France K coming to, if he had instructed of knowledge that Kenneka was in danger, which he did, because he already seen she was gone at 1:30, right? Boom, this would be the time when he bumped into who? Killer and the guys in the hoodie, right? Y'all see what I'm saying? So that means, cause keep this in mind, friends. K said the minute he seen them snatch her, he ran to the elevators. So that means, goddamn it, at 1 something, he will be going up there to the elevator and bump in to killing them in the hallway, right? While he in the lobby, right? Bree left a couple of minutes before that. But keep in mind what Irene said. What? This what really finna give it away. If Irene said her party got to jumping at 2 something, but Bree was already gone. Bree left before the party even got started. So that means this would be at 1:26. Y'all see this? That means it would be 1:26 when she leaving out with everybody. So boom. You got this. 1:35. You got the employees going into the back of the kitchen. Uh-oh. Look, he packing it up at 1:35. So this the last time you finna see him and him. Look at the timeline, right? Okay, so they will be in the kitchen waiting on Kenneka to ride with another employee. So boom, while Tanasia coming in, Bree was just leaving out. Y'all see this? Bree was leaving out, Tanasia coming in, right? 1:42, right? Look, you got these people in the kitchen. 1:43, bam, look what's going on. So wham, 1:50, that's when they talking about somebody dick little when you go to this. Y'all see that? Oh shit, we gotta let 54 break this shit down there once something since we own it, right? Hold on, gang.
Y'all remember that story from the beginning? Irene told us that Kenneka bumped into the lamp and then she laid her ass down on that bed. That's why I think all this happened around the same time. Matter of fact, I think it happened after Kenneka told Shamaya she was too drunk.
Boom! 54 just hit that on the nail when she talking about boom, Kenneka fell and hit her head on the lamp and she thinking this going on around about this same time at one some. You see what I'm talking about? At one some. So I can't have no choice but to think about this. If they would have known to show her whereabouts, oh shit. So look at 2 something. That's when she entered the key. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And that she needed a nap. So at this moment, Kenneka is laying on the bed.
Ooh wee.
Keep that in mind. I wonder if this is also around the same time we can hear Monifa ass in the background talking to Kenneka.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk. I am enjoying myself.
I mean, we all remember that. In the background, you could hear Monifa say some shit like, come outside, or let's go outside, you drunk. And Kenneka say, I'm not drunk. And then
Now look, that's your proof right there. They was bringing the girl outside at one some. At one some, Jack. Cause look, even Zach TV did the interview with Irene and Peas and Killer, right? He never talked about TY live video. He never talked about it. He only talked about Irene live, which they were going on at one song. And she sat up there and said that's when Kenneka came up missing at one something. So a brief little struggle had to happen in that room at one something before she came out. That probably how she came up with the theory about the lamp hitting on top of the head. Cause even the paperwork said shit. Look what the paperwork said. Watch this. Watch this what the paperwork said. They had knowledge of endangerment that was in the room. You see what I'm talking about? They had knowledge and shit. You know, they knew it was something popping off in that motherfucking room cause how the way Kenneka came out that room. Then you got these text messages. Text messages and shit with this. Put this shit together now.
and Monifa then says, you ain't gotta be drunk, but at least enjoy yourself. And that's when you hear Kenneka say, I am enjoying myself. What you talking about? And Monifa like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And I never understood why she was on Kenneka so heavy. And I always thought like, well, what made her think Kenneka was not enjoying herself? And I'm like, after listening to Shamaya, I'm like, shit. She was laying on the bed. I mean, just a thought. But whatever it was, Monifa was adamant about getting Kenneka out that room. That's just what it seems like to me. She talking about come outside, go, let's go outside. You drunk and all this. Like, At that very moment, she's trying to get Kenneka outside the room.
And that's what exactly they did. They took that girl out that room. They took that girl out that room at 1 after 1:30 for sure. Right? Keep this in mind, since Irene sent the text out talking about I'm ready to go on Kenneka's phone. It could have been the crew call to take her out the room, cause this sounds like an excuse for them to be in the hallway in the first motherfucking place. Cause if that text message showed that coming from Kenneka's phone, we'll be thinking Kenneka ready to go. But look, she ain't even got her phone though. Irene do. So shit. That means if she takes I'm ready to go, that could have been the crew call. Y'all gonna take her on out the room. See what I'm talking about? Payal, Jack. Payal.
And then also pay attention to the seating arrangements. Shamaya said Kenneka sat on one bed and that her and Killer sat across from Kenneka on another bed. So Shamaya is sitting next to Killer. Look at what happened after that.
If you have a floater in your eye and you've also been prescribed glasses, you must see this now. A Nobel Prize winning.
Now I'm looking at my phone or whatever. I ain't paying attention no more. I feel a feet kick my feet. Now I look up, Kenneka gone. Now I ask Irene where Kenneka go. She walked out the room with Monifa.
So while I'm assuming Kenneka is laying across the bed, Shamaya said she stopped paying attention. She said she in her phone. But it wasn't until somebody kicked her feet that she looked up and then asked Irene, where's Kenneka? And Irene said, she just left with Monifa. She just left out with Monifa. Couple things. The fact that Shamaya told us that somebody kicked her feet and it wasn't until then she looked up and realized Kenneka wasn't there, that made me feel like somebody was trying to get her motherfucking attention.
Right. Keep this in mind, right? Now this is the way I'm thinking about Shamaya's story. Shamaya ain't nobody kick her ass on her foot. She just saying this shit. Cause the reports showed that both of them took her out the room. Cause if Monifa was the only one that took her out the room, the reports would have said one female subject came out the room and a female came out shortly behind. Prince K said both of them came out the room with her, had a short conversation, and went back in the fucking room. See what I'm talking about? And went back in the fucking room. So Shamaya had to come up with some kind of story. I get a kick on my foot. That's the reason why I went out there, cause you know what I'm saying. I went out there like you wasn't ready to go neither. Like you must forgot about the text that what Kenneka supposed to be sending you. For one thing, Kenneka never sent you that text, cause you know Irene had the phone in the first fucking place. So they could miss me with that bullshit. You see what I'm talking about? You know Kenneka didn't have her phone. You know Kenneka didn't text you. You know that girl was over there drunk sleep. Allegedly drugged up. See what I'm talking about? Look at the room on the screen. So you mean to tell me you was so into your phone you weren't paying attention to none of your surroundings at all? Man, that's why, look, these little young ass girls need to do something with their life and grow the fuck up with these little girl ass games.
You know how a nigga kick your feet as if to say, look, look. Somebody kicked her feet, and then she looked up, realized Kenneka was gone, and asked Irene where she was. So I'm wondering, like, who the fuck kicked her feet? Who was trying to get her attention? I mean, she told us she was sitting right next to Killer, so was Killer trying to get her attention? Or
Now that sound like they will put Killer in the mix. Cause keep this in mind, Killer family member reached out to me and said, man, look, Killer was going down there to save her, bro. It could have been, or it could have not. Cause at this point, I want to believe Killer was trying to save her because we all heard him in the background like, nigga, y'all tripping. Man, y'all go ahead, bro. I ain't see him leave out with nobody. But since it's him and Irene party and Irene knew what the fuck was going on, that mean Killer knew too. That mean Killer knew too. Cause all them niggas in there, them his niggas too. So it ain't like he didn't know them niggas.
was Monifa trying to get her attention? What don't make sense to me is the fact that they left the room and didn't tell Shamaya.
Now y'all see how 54 got a good mind thinking? Like how y'all gonna leave with Shamaya? You see what I'm talking about? How y'all gonna leave with her? But you already was informed that she ready to go. So now it's new to you that they leaving without you. And then you got Irene talking about the guys with Bree ride. You see what I'm saying? Irene gonna stick up for Bree until my Bree was gone already at this point because she left with the guys. That was her ride. But she came in with Kenneka. You know what I'm talking about? This shit got everybody looking guilty as fuck to me. Everybody, even include Killer and everything. Why these people just won't just tell the motherfucking truth? Man, I'ma need everybody to share this. Even tag them in it. Cause I'm finna tag these bitches in it. If they got a heart, we gonna see how big they hearts is. Is they gonna tell us the truth or they just gonna keep doing what they doing? You see what I'm talking about? They either gonna stay silent or they gonna speak up since they talking about justice, right? Since they typing all this justice shit. Let's see if they gonna talk about what happened that night. And Trey Gang calling them, I'm calling them out right now. Let's clear the air on things. Matter of fact, check this out. I'ma be the first to do this shit. Irene, see that? Say her name. Justice for Kenneka. I am Kenneka. Justice for Kenneka, right? All right. Hold on, y'all. Check this out. So look, this is what I'm finna do, y'all. I'm finna start sending out text messages to all of them. And I just want them to see how heavy the Payal gang is. We ain't finna troll. Only thing we need is the truth. We need to come up with something. We need the truth. We need to talk. We need to come up with some kind of slogan or something so they can come and let their voice be heard. See what I'm talking about? Cause if they don't want to jump on this platform, now I'm just finna just earn them out, and I'm finna make they name taste like shit in everybody's mouth. And I'm finna just go on a trolling spree, cause that's not right. Since they got the last pictures Kenneka took was in the fucking freezer. And I don't see how they can live their life. Know these pictures circling around on social media. And I want to know when they see that picture, do they have any kind of remorse about what they did? Because quite surely they eventually don't. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? I'm tired of all these different theories. I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying, that people trying to distract people and put them off on the wrong path and shit. That ain't even right. I take that shit personally. Be honest with you. Cause it's like they trying to, you know what I'm saying, jeopardize the investigation. You see what I'm saying? All these different theories, body doubles, goddamn it, footage in the fucking safe deposit box. And you got footage all out here. You got YouTube still pulling up footage, right? You know what I'm talking about? So why would Zach even need to have a safe deposit to put that in there? Which I won't even understand. And then who will be keeping up with the payments on the safe deposit box? Shit, cause of quality junior, you miss a payment, they gonna ship all that shit out. You see what I'm saying? It's just common sense with just, you know what I'm saying, to make you overlook things like, man, I can see through a lot of bullshit. I'm from the hood. So you know what I'm talking about? It ain't just too easy to be tricking me on nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm too ahead of my time. You know what I'm talking about? I do all the game running. God damn it. You know what I'm talking about? And check this out. The drug to pyramid. Now look how thorough my investigation is. All right. Nobody in that hotel room got a history with seizures. I don't know. I ain't heard about nobody in they seizures and shit. Cause we know topiramate is, you know what I'm saying, highly prescribed with epilepsy and seizure medication. It's really a seizure medication cause if you have drug problem, you gonna end up having seizures and shit, right? So yeah, if you ain't never had seizures in your life and you been a drug addicted motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you will find out that damn, I got seizures and shit cause your body withdrawing from all the toxins that come from the drug. So look, boom. So who would have a fucking seizure problem? And I did my thorough investigation. The only person that it led me back to from a person that died from a seizure was Bree daddy. Could keep this in mind, why Bree had to tell the police about she went and got her pill. I wouldn't even told the police that. I would have, man, them folk came pick me up. We went straight to the hotel. You think I'm finna say, yeah, I went to holler at the Kush man? That ain't none of their motherfucking business. You see what I'm talking about? But why they enter that in the report? Cause guess what? They know that that pill came possibly from Bree. And that's why they made her put that shit in the report. You see what I'm talking about? Oh, Rico be having seizures too. Well, she runs in the family then, cause Rico cousin and her daddy died from seizures, so that shit run in the family. Everybody know when you got a health problem, if you got a history of family with health problem, this shit go back to your family, man. You see what I'm talking about? Pow. So there you go. Now it ain't hard to find the Tapir. That's why King Rob be trolling everybody on the Tapir, cause nobody don't know where it come from. He knew. He never talked about Bree, period. He don't even talk about Bree, Monifa, Irene, or Shamaya. He just talk about that little dead girl in that freezer. In that freezer. Trolling the family and entertaining the crowd. Oh, so look, Bree. So if her auntie died of a seizure, her daddy died of a seizure. So that means I want to know, do Bree have seizures? You see what I'm saying? That would make plenty of sense. If she got seizures, she'll be the one with the dope. You see what I'm saying? Cause look, check this out. When King Rob, guess what King Rob always said about Kenneka in the freezer, right? He don't talk about nothing else. When he talk about Kenneka, guess who all did it? Security. He pointed it out. Yeah, security this, security that. He was the first motherfucker to expose these people was the police. I wouldn't even look. I probably wouldn't even have believed it if I wouldn't have seen it. You know what I'm talking about? When I seen that man in that uniform, I'm like, oh man, this finna go bad. You know what I'm talking about? Cause look, if they pick Bree up from the house and they took her to go get a pill. Hold on, what I finna say? Check this out. He always said who attacked her at the back door. King Rob said that. He said, and then what make it so bad, he pointed it out at a time that it will be 3:00. Could keep this in mind. Kenneka gets off on the elevator. That probably down there 2:30. Went down on the lower level. They beat her up and dragged her to the pool, right? So the news said, yeah, she was down here for an hour and then go show her walking in the kitchen. I believe that was her walking at 2 something in that kitchen. So that would be at 2 something where we seeing her supposed to be walking in that kitchen. Bam! Then the fight break out. Once you think about the time, cause this would be at 2:30 right now, right? Look, if that's the case, that would be at 2:32 when she's on the camera walking in the freezer. Bam! Fight break out. So boom, we see security headlights going off in the parking lot at 3:35. Literally 2 to 3 minutes later. Security light flashing off. They said 2:35. And around 2:40 is where she gonna be at, right there at the back door. And it looked like a struggle still fighting. Boom! So that means when they got her over there to the pool, right? She had to die shortly after that. And I want to say round a little before 3:30. And this where you will get your feces in the pool between the hours 4 o'clock. And it could be 4:30, not just 4 on the dot. It could be, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm saying? And then boom, now Kenneka is in the pool area, right? Round about 3. Look, let me go to this. So boom, this at 1:55. This at 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock. Right? Boom. Then we finna have a Kenneka lookalike. Right here. Here go the Kenneka lookalike. So boom. She getting off on the elevator. Right? Elevator, boom. And she going to the kitchen. Bam. Right? She walked through this kitchen. Bam. Walks out this kitchen. Bam. Turn back around. You know, now look how her hair look. Look at her hair right here and look at her hair now. It's different now, ain't it? Right? So watch this. Boom. So look, she walked in at 2 something. If she walked in at so look, boom. So a fight broke out at 3. Look, if this at 2:32 and the fight break out on the lobby, right? So that means if I'm gonna knock an hour off the camera, I gotta knock an hour off the back dock camera. I mean the parking lot camera. Instead of saying 3:35, it would be 2:35, right? So 2:35, Kenneka in the parking lot. Boom, they must have had to get her in the pool round about this time. Okay, because the lady said Kenneka made it out twice in the hotel parking lot, and Monique and them brought her back in. So boom, once you look at it, Monique will come out. Boom, this 2. Look, this will be at 2. So that means Monique finna go outside, right? They finna go to where she was at, right? So everybody, boom, then it look like Mariah been in the fight too. Okay, boom, we got Man confident. You know, everybody confident Mariah at this point. So now we know it's a struggle, right? Now we see they trying to get access back to the kitchen, right? So now they got to come back, boom, 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 right? Now look, everybody know at this point, boom, everybody come down. So now this at 3 o'clock. Now this will be at 3. Now we got Tolliver and them. They finna go where? We already know, to the pool. So the fight over with, Kenneka in the pool. Bree and them kept going back toward the, cause look, they heading in the same direction, right? They heading to the same direction. So boom, check this out. Wham, here you go. Right? Boom. Remember they had to check the pool before they go out, right? And boom, Bree come in at 3:07. Right? And then you got to think about all the text messages now from 3:07. Now think about the text message, y'all. What they was typing at 3 something. I'm gonna give you a little snippet. You know, girl, I can't find Kenneka. Where she at? Girl, how y'all lose a whole human body? Go check. Right? So somebody in law enforcement and security had to coach them about, look, y'all need to be texting on the phone. But now, you know what I'm saying? Because they going to go, because Cause I know this for a fact. If they pull this move, you gonna have to start text to cover your ass up. Showing the police, look, see what I got in my phone. I was asking everybody, where was she? See what I'm talking about? So boom, 319. Watch this, y'all. Look, it said 319. Look what's going on. Now look who all you see now. Now look who all you see now. The crowd done died down. Now they got the main people that's involved. Now it's time to move the body. Okay. Now you gotta get the body out the pool. So guess where they get the 330 mark from, right? Cause now you got 330 coming up. It said 330. Boom. Once you think of 330 on this camera right here, this when they probably had her ass. Look, when you think of 330, right? Think about this right here. That's why they switched this time to 3 to make that hour span long. All they did was found Kenneka. She was in the pool. Well, they just basically telling me Kenneka was in the pool down there for an hour till they move her to somewhere else. But the news said she was missing for an hour. So boom, now you got everybody walked out. You know what I'm talking about? It will be at 3, right? Boom. Now look, 3:34. And that's when Irene and them finna go outside into the parking lot. Cause now Kenneka both, if they head to the kitchen, that means Kenneka is in the kitchen. That means they done got her. Look, that means they either waiting on her to come in the kitchen. Cause think about this, right? This at 3. Boom, 3:34. They even went over there checking on the pool. So now they got to get her out the pool, right? So they meeting up at the caddy shack, just like French K said. Boom. That's why you got Monifa coming down her, checking the doors with the sleeve. So at this point, they must have had to got her body out that pool area right at 4 something. See what I'm talking about? Hi y'all, the super chat concerning what you say, that man in the gray hoodie is the same guy that was following KJ at Loso get together at the 1300 block of Christiana. I'm gonna go back into it. I think I might know who you talking about. But it was a funny looking ass nigga with no chin was looking at her. He kept looking at Kenneka and shit because he had on I think he had like a beanie hat on. I know who you talking about. Mm-hmm. So look, this had to be right around 4. Cause think about Miss Teresa finna get the call in 30 minutes. So that means soon when they got the body where they wanted it, that's when they called Miss Teresa, right? Cause keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. To right here, when it come to 3 something, that's why they had to admit Kenneka was last seen on camera entering the kitchen with the employee doors, the doors downstairs hallway. Between the hours of 2:30 and 3. We gonna go, watch this, we gonna go with this. We gonna go between the hours of 1:30 and 2, right? Watch how I'm finna put this. We gonna go with the hours of 1:30 to 2:30. The Kenneka was last seen by her friends with an S on the end. And at 2:30, she was last seen on camera entering the abandoned kitchen where she appeared on surveillance camera at all times. Right? This would be at Tucson. An employee agency would have checked the cameras. It would have prevented her death and all this. The last time after Lad been seen on the room on the 9th floor, Kenneka was very disoriented and in dire need. So if a fight break out, that would it'll be then. If Kenneka came out that room down there unconscious and looked like she beat up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Irene talking about a lamp being hit on top of her head and shit like that. So I got to go with the assault that was in the room before she came out, cause you got to put your hands on her and let her know ain't no resisting or none of that, unconscious or unconscious. You see what I'm saying? So watch this.
Because I'm under the impression that they're leaving. So why?
So when I read this letter, I'm only interested in the hours between 1 and 2 o'clock, right? Now everything I just been telling y'all, right? Now look how Friends Cave finna expose everything. Finna expose everything. I y'all appreciate the lights, gang. Appreciate the lights. I appreciate y'all sharing this shit too, man. But we need to get that message out, Jack. We need to get that message out. Shout out to the Cash App gang. You know what I'm talking about. Hold on, y'all. I gotta send a shout out to the Cash App gang. Appreciate that Lone Star. You know what I'm talking about. Appreciate that Nolan Jones. Appreciate that, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. Norma Jones. Appreciate that, gang. Appreciate the super chat too. All right, now look. Y'all see where it say around about 12 something? I proceeded to go up to the room, investigate a noise complaint. They on cameras on every floor, and later was intentionally turned off on the 9th, the 11th, and the 6th floor, and the lower level. I will explain later. I stepped off the elevators and saw 3 guys, 2 in black hoodies and 1 with red hoodie, standing outside room 926, smoking weed and drinking. I told them about the noise complaint, not assuming if I asked them. So look, they was all outside smoking blunts and shit, really being hot about it. They just like smoking inside of a convenience store. So boom. Where I was at. So he said, oh, let me skip all the way down because I know I need. So this would be around 12 something. He went inside the room saying Kenneka was on the bed asleep. He didn't write an incident report because he didn't see nothing out the ordinary. And he told him get out the hallway. You can't be loitering and doing none of this shit, right? So look, he said he didn't think nothing suspicious, went back downstairs, and he started taking bed sheet sprees up there to prevent everybody from the marijuana smell to be coming out the room. So watch this. This at 12 something. He said, but it all started maybe an hour or two later between 1 and 2 o'clock. So look what's going on between the hours of 1 and 2 o'clock. In the hallway on the 9th floor, because we were watching the cameras inside the office behind the front desk. Risco got a VO Tech app on his phone where he could see cameras from his phone, and he responded for turning the cameras off. And the girl Kenneka came outside room 926 with 2 friends. Not just Monifa, with both of them. Shamaya lying. Talking about she got it kicked on the foot. Stop lying. Watch this. They went back for a shortly conversation, and that's when the guys in the hoodie grabbed Kenneka and pulled her in the elevator. Right? Pull her in the elevators. So that's around 1 something, just like what I said, like what Irene said. Right? He said, I wasn't sure what floor they got off of because because the elevator was empty when I got to go up. So they go back to this. Boom. They go back to this. This between the hour or 2, right? So look, that's the last time y'all finna stop seeing him running. So when you go back to this, damn. So look, where I was at, he wasn't sure what elevator they got off of. So look, he said he basically saying, not sure what floor they got off of because the elevator was empty when I went to the 9th floor. I see 2 girls and another girl walking the hall, and I asked what was going on. They said they were looking for their friend, and again, I said against the policy, you can't be loitering in the hallway. But they kept walking around. So look, only thing we need to just see when Bree, Monique and them from right here. So we need to see when he gonna interact with them on the camera. And this what I came up with. So boom. About 30 minutes, you know what I mean? 30 minutes, something like that. Kenneka already gone at this point. Scroll it down, everybody on the move, everybody got right here. Boom. So this still would be round. Look, y'all see that? So he bumped into 3 girls, and guess what the report said about who Monifa would be with the other group of guys? Yeah, she was with 3 of her friends and a group of guys. We know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. So we gonna say at least 4 or 5 niggas that she gonna be with, cause there go Shemaya right there. So boom, see there they go. So that's when Friends Cave had to bump into them at this time. Told them they can't be going, so they came down to the lobby. Boom. You see that? And now look how when Friends K bumped into they ass, they look who they with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see what I'm talking about? Sheesh. Hold on, gang. I appreciate the super chat. All right. So boom, we got this shit out the way. So I go back to her, and he said they said they were looking for the green. I already read that part. He said he returned back downstairs and told Risco that they were looking. They friend was missing in the hotel, and he was looking very nervous. And tried to radio Lenny for the census, but Lenny didn't even respond. This where the security come in at. This where the security would come in there, right, gang? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, shit. So look, he said, let me go back to her, because we just seen Friends K go back to the front desk. So that means when Friends K came back with them right here, because that's him at the front desk over here. Y'all see him? That's him at the front desk over here. Right? So when he went back there, that's when he told Risco they were looking for their friend. And this when Risco, watch this, said he got real nerves and radio Lennon, but Lennon didn't respond though. Now check this out. Look, we already know where they going, right? Now we know for sure where they going. Now read this. I viewed the monitor and I saw her getting off the elevators on the 11th floor. They was using the stairwell to remain unseen by the camera. Is the only way she can go upstairs on the 11th floor and to the 6th floor, where she was seen on the monitor before they cut off somehow. I ran to the elevator to go up on the 6th floor, and the big guy in the black hoodie answered the door, and I asked, was the girl wearing all black inside the room? He quickly replied, she left with some friends, guys in hoodies. So shit, that case, look, guys in hoodies. So what would this be? All right, we got one red hoodie. Do he got a hoodie on his shit? You know what I'm talking about? But the niggas that I see with the hoodies gonna be these niggas right here. Right? 1, 2, 3. So boom. So after that, we know they going to the pool. So let me flash this. Keep this in mind. Risco nervous. Lenny somewhere in the hotel. Right? So check this out. So watch this. They headed with the guys in the hoodie and headed home. That's when I felt that something wasn't right, because now I knew. Because he said, because now nobody knew where she was at the moment. I didn't go inside the room, but I had a gut feeling that she was still in there. I said, okay, thanks. And I returned to the lobby before going outside to search the parking lot. Keep this in mind. This still around about an hour later, hour or two later. So all this was going on. Then he said, this where things really got crazy because I get a radio call from Lenny to come to the pool quick as possible. I couldn't believe my eyes as I walked in. The girl from upstairs in room 926 was laying unconscious beside the pool after being pulled out by staff. See that? This just confirmed to me she was in the pool at this time. And that's why they kept running over there. And when they kept running over there, they seen Risco and the security in the pool area. See what I'm talking about? How long I been live, gang? Oh yeah, I been live a little too long. I gotta make a part 2 of this shit. I gotta come out with a part 2. So look, check this out, gang. Hi y'all, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. Check this out, gang. I'ma need everybody, you know what I'm saying, to share this video. Man, if you gotta hit their inbox, let them folk know, man. Look, man, we don't know what the fuck going on, but bitch, you give this fuck. You need to say something. Trey ain't finna open their platform up. I'm finna jump in their inbox. I'm finna try to make something happen. I'm finna go back to my old sources and shit. I'm finna, you know what I'm talking about. Hi y'all. I'm finna go back and you know, I'm finna try to add more pressure on to them. You know what I'm saying? Cause everything I got is on the money. I mean, I'm right. I'm on the money. You know what I'm talking about? I got everything that I basically need. Cause once we get to these statements, but once you start reading Irene's statements again, right? Irene returned with a friend. Now you see the strong the connection is. You got the Travis dude. I mean, not Travis, whatever. What's his name? I forgot his name already. But he already in communication with the translator that's on the 11th floor. You see what I'm talking about? He already talking to the translator, so there will be your 11th floor connection right there. Cause remember when Miss Teresa talked to the witness early that morning and she took her to her room. Took her to her room, Jack. Know what I'm talking about? So boom. You got your 11th floor connection. Now think about the 6th floor connection. That's where P's come in at. We was in room 609. We told the detective, hey, they throwing a party up there. Y'all must forget, even P said he talked to a detective and told them about they were throwing a party. You see what I'm saying? So look. Let's look at the text message with Irene. Since she the goddamn looking like she the mastermind of this shit. And they can't pull it off without her being at the hotel anyway. You see what I'm talking about? So look, text message. Let's read it. So look, they try to make it look like that Bree had some kind of beef with Irene. So they plotted this shit from the start, like Irene said. We planned this shit for months. See, look, watch this, y'all. Now y'all see why she had to start it off from 2 something. She just eliminated Kenneka came out her room at 1:30 something when she really came up missing. So she started at 2 something. Cause guess what? Kenneka was coming from at 2 something from a different flow. So Irene more smarter than what the fuck I thought she would. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all see that pattern? And then look, I swear to God, round 2 something, when she left the room. Now I know she talking about she left the room from the 6th floor. That would be at 2 something. When Franz K was telling y'all that he had a gut feeling that she was still in that room. So watch this. Text, hell no, no phone. She drove them, left the keys with them. But you got the phone, and Bree Bree got the keys. All right. Text to some when she left out the door. Yes, man, that shit crazy, like real life crazy. I ain't seen the lady since 2. So that means she saw her at 2 o'clock, meaning she was out the room. Cause look, she seen her at 2 something. Irene left out that room. She just know how to maneuver around the hotel because she got access to footage. She got access to footage. If she the security guard, she got access to footage. Text from the hotel was drunk, described Kenneka, right? She been drinking since 2 something last night. Y'all see it? You last seen it at 2 something. Then you say she been, how long? You said she been gone since 2 something last night and asked how drunk she was at the party. And she's described as lit. She said, I never left the room. You know that personally. 100, 100. You need to stop lying. Like I said, you whole quit switching the story up. So boom, they couldn't even stick to the same story. Cause shit, look how scared goddamn it Monifa was. You know what I'm saying? Look how scared Monifa was and got the ratting out all, you know what I'm saying, on social media and shit. They just showed me Monifa fucked up in that time frame, cause that's who she was laying with Monifa. You know what I'm talking about? On the 9th floor until they got her again, found her again, right? Cause keep this in mind, Monifa brought her back in the hotel. This shit is on camera. They said Monifa came back twice and brought Kenneka back in the hotel. She made it outside. That's why you see Monifa and them, you know what I'm talking about, in the hallways and shit. I mean, all in the lobby, going, you know what I'm saying, to the direction where they were going to the girl. I honestly, what she said, I honestly only remember her leaving out with the people that she came with. Again, she putting the blame off on Monifa. And they came back in the room without her. I should have had went looking for her when they said it. I wish I would have stuck by my girl's side. I let her all the way down. I don't know what happened. I just know she did enter the room without them. I just want my friend back. It's slightly my fault. I was on point. She was my friend till everybody left when the speaker died. And we know the speaker died at 2 something. The speaker died, Kenneka died. Sad shit, man. Damn, man. This shit got me turned up, gang. I'm back, y'all. Now check this out. See, Maya and Monifa left her out and came back out with y'all see that? I told y'all that Monifa and Shamaya brought her out the room. Don't let Shamaya trying to convince y'all that she getting the foot kicked on the leg, man. How can anybody say I did anything? And they told y'all that I never left the room. She insisted to everybody to believe she never left the room. Man, look how small the room is. Come on now. I'll be I'll be looking for any kind of semen on the rugs. I want to take all the pillows and the bed sheets. Cause it had to been some kind of shit was going on. They probably switched bed sheets and everything, y'all. Cause they had so many bed sheets up there. You know what I'm saying? To get rid of semen samples and you know what I'm talking about. Cause you already know somebody gonna be fucking. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't no doubt in my mind they were fucking in that room, man. They got text message talking about these niggas dick loaders and shit. They looking at niggas dicks. You know what I'm saying? And then this after when Kenneka came up missing. That's the sad part about it. This shit, they were talking like this when Kenneka was already out the room. And they were just stuck on them niggas, partying with those niggas cause they hot in the ass. Monifa got so hot in the ass, she left Kenneka in the room with a bunch of niggas, man. Now, that's why they point the finger at her. Cause she supposed to been, it's like they set the girl up for a sexual assault and Monifa supposed to been the lookout for that girl. And that girl done ran out making side deals with niggas for $200 fucking dollars. But couldn't even sell your own ass, bitch. Why you couldn't make the money? Cause nobody didn't want your funky ass. Look at your hairdo. You couldn't even get it done, bitch. And Irene them, look at her hairdo. Them old broke ass bitches kills me. You see what I'm talking about? It always be those broke, depressed, ugly ass bitches. You know what I'm talking about? Always trying to cross a motherfucker out and shit. Old skanking ass hoes, man. You know what I'm talking about? I hate them bitches now. Man, I done got so mad. I'm thinking about fuck these bitches. I don't even want them hoes on my shit now. Cause I'ma shoot the fuck out. You see what I'm talking about? Ugly ass hoes. I ain't never had shit till after when that girl died. Now you hoe wanna be glamorous now. Now you hoe wanna have long hair and shit now. Now you hoe wanna dress like her now. You copycatting ass, style biting ass bitches kills me, man. Man, they don't give a fuck about that girl. They don't even give a fuck about justice. I got to get off, y'all, because I'm kind of fucked up right now. I don't want to break down in front of y'all.